Hello guys, welcome to the next video on QT tutorial for beginners. In the last video we have seen how we can create a simple notepad in QT, and we have provided these toolbar icons and menu items to our notepad, right? And we have implemented the code for cut, copy, paste, redo and undo. Now today we will try to complete the rest of the code for new, open, save and save as buttons. So let's get started. So in the last video I have provided the trigger for each of these actions, right? So let's just go to these trigger actions and then write some code there. So first of all I will go to my header file, which is main window.h file, and in here I will declare a string variable which will be a q string, and I will name it as a file name. And this file name we will use to just save the path of the file. Okay, you can just say here file path, which will be more clear. Okay, so just declare this variable in the private access modifier here, which is file path, which is a q string variable. Now we are going to go to our main window.cpp file, and first of all we will go to the code for the new button. Okay, so this is our new button, which is this one, right? So we will write the code for that, which will be little bit simple. So I will just call the variable which I have declared, which is file path, and I will just set it to empty string, right? So whenever somebody creates a new, or whenever somebody clicks this new button, this file path will be resetted, and we want to clear the text edit also. So we can just write UI and then text edit, and we can just set text to empty string, right? So you can just write like this. So we are basically here doing the resetting of the text edit and this global variable, which is file path. Now let's go to the open button triggered function, which is for opening the new file, right? Now if you have followed my Q file video and Q file dialog video, then it will be really simple to understand this code which I am writing. So what we need to do is, first of all we need to open a Q file dialog here. So I will just write Q file dialog, but first of all I need to include the header for this, right? So I will just include a header for Q file dialog. So just write Q file. We also need Q file, so I will just add this also, right? So Q file, and then I will include a Q file dialog, and we also need to include one more header file, which is Q text stream. So just write Q text stream, and we are done including the header, so we can write the code here, right? So first of all in here we will declare a Q string variable, which we will use to save the file name using the Q file dialog. So just write Q string Q file name is equal to Q file dialog, and then call a static method which is get open file name, and we will just provide two variables here. First is the parent, and second is the caption or title for this. So for example, open the file, right? And rest of the argument I'm not going to provide, right? So if you want to provide the default location, third argument will be for the default location, and the fourth argument will be for the filters. But I hope you know how to do this. I have shown you in the previous video how to use Q file dialog. So now we have the file name using the Q file dialog, And then what we are going to do here is we will declare object of Q file here, and we will just pass this file name here which we got from the Q file dialog, right? And now we will just provide a if condition, and we will check if this file, so just write not and then write file dot open. So we will check if the file is open or not, and then we will provide some flags here. First will be Q file read only, so just write read only. And the second flag will be the text file, so we want to read a text file, right? So just write Q file and then just call text here, right? So these are the two flags. And if the file is not open, then we don't want to work with the file, so we want to just show some message, right? So we can add one more include here for Q message. So just include this Q message box header class, and then we will just add a Q message box. And third is the warning message, so I will just say file not open. Okay, so I will show this message and then I will return, right? Because if the file is not open, we don't want to work with the file. And because this function is void, returning void, so we can just write return, and then from here the program will not go further, right? And if the file is open, then we want to perform some code, so we can just write Q text stream. So just write text stream and then give the variable name and then give the reference to the file, and then we can work with this stream. So just write Q string here, and we will name it as text, and whatever is there in the stream we will pass to this string. So just write in dot read all. Okay, and once we have the string, we can set it to our text edit. So just write UI text edit and then just write set text, and we will just pass this text to our here to our edit text. Okay, and once you are done with the code, you can just close the file. So just write file dot close. Okay, so this is how you can read the file. Now for writing or saving the file, what you can do here is you can just copy all the code, and now we will go to the save trigger button, right? So this is save, and we also need to write some code for save as, right? So first we will write the code for save. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste the same code, and I will just change this code a little. So just copy the code you have written here and paste it here in the save triggered, right? And this time, instead of using get open file dialog, we will just call a method called get save file dialog. Okay, so just write get save file name, and then the argument will be the same, and then it will ask you to provide the file name, and then you will have the file name here, and then we can save the file, right? So in the case of writing the file, we just need to provide the flag which is write only, and the second flag will be the same, right? And then instead of Q stream in, we want to provide, for example, this argument will be out, and instead of getting the in stream or text from the stream, we want to get the text from the text edit, right? So just write edit text, call to plain text, okay, which will give you the text of the text edit. Okay, and then at the last we can take our out variable from here, and then we can just pass our text to this variable out, okay, which is like this, okay. And then at the end we just need to flush the file first of all, and then close the file. So first flush it and then close it, as we have seen in the previous videos. And I think here this code will be for the save as. I just wrote little bit not wrong, but I should have written this code for save as. And for save we just need to get the global variable and pass it here, right? So what we are going to do here is, once in the open function, whenever we are opening the file, we need to just take this file name and pass it to our global variable, which is file name, right? So in the open, go to open here, and then just use file path is equal to file name, right? So it will be saved globally, right? And then take your file path from here, and then we will provide it in the save function, right? So instead of calling the file stream, we can just provide directly the path of the file which we want to save, right? Because it's already open, okay. And in save as, we want to give the user the ability to use this file dialog, okay. So that's why we want to use this kind of code. So save as, and then the file name will be new, and then it can be saved, okay. And in here we want to just give the file name again. So file path is equal to file name, okay. So let's run the code and let's see if it works or not. So I'm going to just run the code, and now it's running. So what I'm going to do, first of all, I will first of all create some files. So I will just add some random text here, or let me do one thing. I will just copy this code from here and I will paste it here, okay. And then I want to save it. So first of all, I am going to save this file, and I will click this button which says save as, right? So I will just click this button, which will give me the file dialog, and this is the location where my binary of my project is, right? So I will just give the name of my file, for example my file.txt, and I will just save it, okay. And then for example, I just want to clear this file, so I will just click new button. And then for example, I want to open the same file, so I will go here to open the file, to click this button, open, and then I will just choose my file which I have created, which is my file, and click open, which will open my file like this, okay. And now for example, I want to give some comments here, so I will just provide some comment, and I want to save it, so I will just click this save button, which will save my file, right? And now I want to just clean it, or I will just say new, and I will open the file once again, and you can see my comment is already there because I have saved this comment, right? And then I can undo or redo whenever I add something. For example, this I want to undo, I can do it, or redo, I can do it, or other functionality we have already seen, cut, copy, paste, right? Now the last thing here is to give the about button here. So it's really easy. You may know what to do here. So I will just go to about button, and in here I will just call a Q message box. So just write Q message box and then call about button, and in here it will take 3 argument as always. First will be the text or the parent, so just write this, Second argument will be the text, right? So let's create some text or a message. So for example, I will just write q string, and I will just say about text. Okay, and then I can create some text. So what I will do here is for example, I will just add some text. So this text I'm going to pass here, so this will be shown in the about button, right? I think I should have provided the title also here, right? So it will be correct. So for example, about notepad. Okay, so can be our about button. So I'm going to run the code and let's see if it works or not. So I will just click this about button, and it will give me this kind of about message. I forgot to give this line breaks here, so let's provide these line breaks so it will look a little bit nicer. And let's run the code once again, and let's see what happens. So once again, and now the message looks a little bit cleaner. Okay, so in this way you can create this notepad. I will say this notepad is not entirely perfect. You can use your imagination to add some more functionality to this notepad, and it's not also bug free. So just search for the bugs. If you can find any bug, you can just comment, and I will try to remove that bug. So I hope you have understood this concept, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and bye for now.